Hi, my name is Heather, the Sober Glow with Heather. Today I'm 380 days sober, and I wanted to talk about what sobriety has given me that I would have never received in my drinking days. 380 days ago, I decided to get sober, but I didn't decide I'm getting sober, I'm staying sober. I basically just went to AA and was like, I don't know what to do. I'm miserable. I was laying in bed with a bottle of vodka, with 2 bottles of wine under my bed, a pack of seltzers under my bed, White Claws, and another bottle of vodka under my bed that I had already finished, not all on the same day, but it was like day after day, and then a bottle of vodka by my bed. And I had joined an AA meeting online and was taking shots while I was on this AA meeting. And I just remember feeling so low. I was 30 years old. I'm 31 now. I was 30 years old. I was driving for Instacart, which no hate towards that. I didn't have any goals. I didn't have a career path. I had no plans. I did not know what I was doing. I was severely depressed. Like, doing Instacart, I would have good days and bad days, but it was not enough to keep me and my husband afloat. My husband was taking on all of the stress. And I was going through personal life things that I can't discuss, which is frustrating, but I just can't. And I was just really coping in such a terrible way. Alcohol was my coping mechanism. I was stuck and I did not know how to get out of it. And I was not ready to give up my coping mechanism. If I got rid of that, I was gonna have to handle and deal with all of the pain. And so fast forward to the day that I decided to go to AA. I went to AA and I came home. I remember the couch was here, my husband was laying down here, and I was getting ready and I was walking out the door and I was like, I'm gonna go to an AA meeting. And he was like, oh, really? Okay. I was like, yeah, I'll be back later. I go to a women's meeting, and that is where I met a few people, and they asked me to go to dinner after, and I did. And that was the first night of a whole different life for me. I just didn't know it yet. And although I'm not an AA, person now, I don't really care for it. But at the time I needed it. That AA saved my life that night. I came home and I told my husband, I think I'm gonna go again. And I did. And I kept going, and then I finally said, I have to get sober. Like, this is it. This is what I have to do. And I did. I started to get sober. My husband didn't really believe me at first because I had tried to do this multiple times before. And as I got sober, I am not lying when I tell you, literally things started to just fall into place. Like, my life started to make more sense. Things were just happening. And my first 5 months of sobriety, my first 7 months of sobriety, I was driving for Instacart still. I was still kind of struggling with consistency, but it was a whole lot better than it was before. But I was still struggling with it because Instacart's hard, okay? And it wasn't like a steady income, so I was getting defeated. But in that moment, in that time frame of 7 months, I had decided I'm going back to school. And so this is where AA kind of slipped. I didn't like it anymore because my sponsor was telling me not to go back to school and all this stuff, and I felt like they were telling me how to live my life, and I didn't like it. And I'm really glad I did not listen, and I went back to school because that led me to a path of I'm finishing up my general education now, and I'm going to go to school to be a therapist. Would I have ever done that if I didn't get sober? No, I would not have. I wouldn't have not gone back to school. I was trying to get my real estate license before. So I go back to school, I'm doing all that, and I'm like, I really want a job that matches what I'm doing. And it's so wild. My friend posted a video or a post of me being in People magazine for my sobriety. And then a girl posted, oh my gosh, I've seen her on TikTok. I think I follow her. And I commented, introducing myself to her, and we started talking, and we have now since become best friends. And she happened to work at a mental health place. And she was like, hey, so they're hiring for this position and it's in the housing department. And I was like, that would be incredible, because I would be working with clients on things that I would be doing like as a therapist. And so I applied, and it took like a while. I was giving up on this job. I was like, they haven't got back to me and all this stuff. And then I got the phone call that I got the job. And I was so excited. Wasn't great pay, but you know what? This is the beginning. This is the start. And it literally just like came into my life, and I took it. And it is the best thing I've ever done. Like, I love this job. And I am about to finish up here, and I just got accepted to a university here, and I will be going for my bachelor's in social work. And then after that is finished, I will be going for my master's in social work. And it turns out, this is so crazy. It's just so crazy like thinking back to it. But the girl who is, the girl who is the manager of the therapist, she babysat my husband when he was a kid. And so she came up to me in a CPR class. We just happened to be in the same class. There's so many people that work there. Just happened to be in the same class. And she was like, hey, are you so-and-so's husband or wife? I was like, yeah. And she goes, I used to babysit him. And I was like, that's crazy. And she asked where I worked in the place. And I told her, and then I told her I was going to school to be a therapist. And she was like, I am like the manager of all the therapists. And I was like, that's crazy. This is just perfect. And so I have more to tell on that I can't really like discuss yet, but it's just really exciting. And so I got to know her, and she's kind of like a mentor, like just telling me, hey, this is what we do. We have scholarships, we have this, we have that. Try to do this in school. It's just so perfect. And just things started to really like come to me and I wouldn't even say fall in my lap. I would just say like, it's almost like, and I'm gonna talk about God. I don't know what your beliefs are, but it feels like God is like leading, like, okay, here, now you go here, now you go here, now you go here. And I'm just like, this feels incredible. As when I was drinking, I laid in bed all day long and I drank and I cried. Like, when I say I cried, I would cry myself to sleep like every single night. Just like wishing the people that have hurt me would, I don't know, I can't even talk about it, but there was just so much pain in me, and I did not know what to do with it. And when I finally said enough is enough, I have to take control, like the video I just posted, like nobody is coming to save you. I have to do this. I have to take control of my life and move forward. And I did. And now I am 380 days sober. And life is really good. Like, I am really happy. Me and my husband are starting to talk about having a family, and like, we're like preparing for it. And I really hope that we can make that happen, because I want a baby now so bad. I want it so bad. And I want this life, and for the first time ever, I see a future for myself. I see possibilities and like happiness, when before, Kitty, I never had like goals. I never thought of the future, because I honestly, if I'm being honest, never saw myself in a future. I never saw myself making it to 31. And I'm really glad that I did, because man, would I have missed out on a lot. So that's kind of just what I wanted to share, is that sobriety has brought me so many things that I never would have received in my drinking days. Right, Kitty? So yeah. Anyway, I don't really know how to do this YouTube ending. So subscribe to my channel if you would like to hear more sobriety content, and just kind of my life and in general, like motivation and sobriety advice, or advice in general as I become a therapist, talking about my therapist stuff and school and all of that. Subscribe, follow along. I'd love to have you. And yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go now. I don't know how to end a YouTube video, so bye.